Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
ThePrint is here at India's first COVID-19 drive-through test, which is located in West Delhi's Punjabi Bagh in Central Market. A 30-meter long stretch was converted into a driveway by Dr. Dang's lab. Dr. Dang's lab is one of the private laboratories which has been allowed to carry out tests for coronavirus. Now, ThePrint will be talking to the CEO of Dr. Dang's lab, Dr. Arjun Dang, who will walk us through the entire procedure and tell us how the tests are actually being carried out. Walk us through the entire procedure once so that we can, actually know it step by step how patients are being tested for corona.
Sure. So this is a drive-through sample collection testing facility for COVID-19 here in the heart of West Delhi. This is located in the back lane of the Central Market of West Punjabi Bagh. So the patient starts with booking on our website online. There, three things are mandatory. One is the government ID, that can be Aadhaar card or a passport. The second is a doctor's prescription with the doctor's registration number mentioned on it. And the third one is a duly filled patient proforma form. To complete the process of booking online, you would also need to submit your vehicle number that you will be coming in and the make or the color of the car so that we can reconfirm the identity of the vehicle. Once the form is submitted online, you will get a confirmation call from our team who will give you a set of instructions and also share a PDF with you with the exact location. We request you to reach a couple of minutes before time. Once you enter the market, you have fixed instructions on the sheet that you follow. So the first instruction is to follow the signages, keep all your windows rolled up, and also put on your parking lights. So you'll reach the first station where there'll be a medical staff positioned who's going to check and confirm the identity of the vehicle and the color and the make that's been submitted on the form. Also, the signage says that all the patients are supposed to be seated on the right side of the car. So that would mean a car can have a maximum of 2 people, either the driver's seat or the seat behind it. Once your car identity is confirmed and you are let into the lane that has been cordoned off for this purpose, the barricade opens up and you proceed straight to the white box where the car has to be positioned. Once the car is positioned, a series of signages are shown to the patient in order to tell them what is the procedure that is going to happen now. That includes informing the patient to tilt their head back, roll down the window, and that 2 swabs will be taken, one from the nose and one from the throat. So following this, moving on, 2 swabs will be collected within a matter of a couple of minutes. Then the sample is triple packed. According to the WHO guidelines and the strict infection protocols that we follow, the sample is packed and then transported in a cold chain maintained cooler with a temperature logger that reaches the main lab for testing.
So how much does each car take? How much time does each car take?
So the entire process, we've kept 20-minute slots, but also we must keep in mind that before each and every collection, the medical technician who we have here, the sample collection officer, changes the entire PPE again and also discards the previous one in a proper way. So that process itself takes a few minutes. So keeping in mind that the drive-through process would take about 8 to 10 minutes, we kept a total of 20 minutes, keeping some buffer also because we do not want any kind of overcrowding in the premises.
Sure. So how are the results handed out? Do the patients have to come again and collect it?
No. So we made the entire process online and completely paperless because, like you understand, papers and currency is a major source of transmission. So all payments are also through either e-wallets and other online methods of payment. You can also do a bank transfer, etc. Even as the reports are concerned, these are either emailed to you on your registered email ID or can be accessed on our website using your username and unique ID password that is given to you on your phone as a SMS.
So, Doctor, how did you come up with this entire idea of testing COVID patients in such a different way?
So I took inspiration from South Korea's model also that has been highly successful, and also keeping in mind the apprehension that people have when someone comes into their house, especially because a lot of us live in joint families as well, for a COVID-19 collection. Although they change their PPE every time and follow very strict infection control protocols, the people are still apprehensive about a home collection as well. The other model that labs are also doing currently is to have a segregated collection center for COVID. Again, there is an inflow of number of patients of COVID that come to that premises. So keeping these two in mind, and for the peace of mind of the patients also and the safety of my staff, a drive-through process where the sample is taken through your window from your car seemed the most safe and with minimum exposure as well.
Right. How much time did it take to ready the entire infrastructure?
So to ready the infrastructure, it didn't take that long. What was most important was the training of my staff. Now, if the
What all
train
did it involve?
So the training of the staff not only required a very strict infection control training that they went through, but also how to put on the PPE and how to take off the PPE. That's very, very important. So according to the WHO and ICMR guidelines, they've been trained very strictly. There's also been a timed assessment of each technician, that they're completing the entire process within a particular time frame following the guidelines. So once that was completed, we also had dummy tests. For example, troubleshooting with a patient. So there are certain case scenarios, so we walked them through all of that. The training was done personally by me and my team, and once we felt that the technician is completely trained for COVID-19 did we let them start servicing the facility.
So could you tell me a rough number of how many patients registered for?
So we opened up the bookings yesterday around 3 p.m. and we've received more than a dozen bookings. And today being the first day, we are opening from 8:30 a.m. till 4:30 p.m. from servicing whatever bookings we've gotten yesterday. But moving forward, I also feel that if there is a higher demand, we'll be able to increase our work hours as well and also ramp up the staff here. For us with this venture, it's more about creating value than volumes. It is creating value from the aspect that there is maximum safety for the patient and our staff. Volumes obviously will come if the value is increased and patients realize that this is the safest method to collect the sample. We'll be happy to deploy all our staff that is hugely committed to the motive of social cause.
Can you tell us of the capacity? How many tests can you conduct per day?
So the capacity of conducting tests per day is hugely dependent on the supply of kits. So we have the BSL-2 facility, we have ample trained manpower, but the recent shortage or the supply of kits was an issue, and we are hoping for that to get resolved very soon.
So how many patients do you expect will come through the drive?
So currently with timings of 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Being 8 hours and 4 patients per hour, that would be about 30 to 35 patients we can service in a day. But moving on, we are all learning in the process as well, and we'll be able to again alter maybe the timings of each car or even extend our durations here to accommodate more requests.
So how is the test transported to the lab in hospitals, and why do you not conduct the tests or the drive-through tests out there?
Sure. So to conduct a test, you need a BSL-2 facility. You need very high-end equipment and infrastructure and trained manpower as well. And that is already set up in the SDA facility. That lab is accredited by ICMR and has been approved and authorized for testing. So we are sending all the samples there. And here only the sample collection is done and processing is done in the main lab.
So are there any plans to open up a drive-through out in SDA, your branch in SDA?
So this is a pilot program. What actually helped us here, and I'm hugely grateful to, is not only the Central Market Association that was highly cooperative, but also the local police authorities and the MCD permission that we got, without whom this would have not been possible. And this would primarily be our test drive-through facility for Delhi. And even transportation times or even commuting times from various parts of Delhi to this center is very minimal. So this would be ideal in the case.
So how many attendants do you have or technicians do you have who are looking after the drive-through test?
So the drive-through test essentially has 3 stations. Each station has 2 people each. So I would say 6 people are involved in the entire process of maintaining the entire SOP that is followed here.
And the last question about those without cars, what kind of plans are you coming up with?
So we are still brainstorming on how to service people who are on 2-wheelers and on motorbikes. Maybe another innovative method, or maybe a booth where people can come and get sampled, is work in progress.
With Angana Chakrabarti, this is Urjita Bhardwaj for ThePrint.